Going live. Here we go. Please work. Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, V2. This is my first commentary in a while. The last one I did was Black Adam. This is not a superhero movie. It has a DC actor in it. It's from 1984. Yeah, it's 40th anniversary this year. Michael Keaton in Johnny Dangerously. Organized crime has never been this disorganized. And there's a lot of actors in this movie that are no longer with us. I want to give them a tribute. So let's get this done. 90 minutes and let's go. It's pretty short. 20th Century Fox movie before the Disney acquisition. Amy Heckerling. I think she's the same person that directed Wayne's World. There he is, Keaton himself. It's a parody of mob movies back in the day. Joe Piscopo, yeah. It's a PG-13 movie. So there's not a bunch of F-bombs and dirty humor like in these other films I saw this year. Yeah, Marilu Henner, hottest AF. Peter Boyle, rest in peace, sir. Griffin Dunn, I don't know who that is. Glennis O'Connor. Dom DeLuise. I miss you, man. I miss him a lot. Richard Dimitri. And Danny DeVito. Yes, the first movie he worked with Michael Keaton before Batman Returns and Dumbo, the remake. Hey, Spidey, what's up? Weird Al did the song, yeah, because he does parody songs. He's still a treasure, man. I love it. I love his music, and I do like his movie appearances as well. I haven't seen UHF, but I'm going to watch that sometime. This is the life. You do pay the bills, Weird. You've been a singer for decades. 4 writers. Michael Hertzberger. It is. Yeah, there's some musical numbers in this movie. It's not a musical, though. 1935. So this is a period piece. Puppies. And kitties, too. And a monkey. There he is, Batman himself. He did this before Beetlejuice as well. He's still the best Batman that I've had. Look at the duckies. I'm looking forward to Beetlejuice 2 because for Keaton alone, because they got him back. He's old now, but he can act. He can still act, and he's still very entertaining to watch. And sorry, Channel Awesome, I disagree. This is not one of Keaton's worst films. No way. I know. The Nostalgia Critic didn't say that. Some other guy did. I think it was Jim. Oh no, not Jim. The other guy. Keaton is so far the best live action version of Batman. Yeah, he's still my favorite. He's still my favorite since I was a kid. When I saw Batman 1989, I was like 5 when it came out on VHS. He's trying to steal a puppy. He proved to be a great Batman, even in the Flash movie. As bad as some of the things in that movie were, and trust me, I said that, he was one of the best parts of it. I don't care if it was a stunt double doing all the flips. He's still Batman. Yeah, kid. A flashback. See, they do the meta humor. Black and white, yeah. This is stock footage, by the way. Just like, he looks like Theodore Roosevelt. I know they do that nowadays. I know. Ellis Island. The Lower East Side. I know. I don't blame you. Yeah, this is when people bought newspapers. Now they just look at the news on the internet. And it looks like Bruce Wayne when he was a kid. Yeah, because that was also a period piece, Batman. They forget that when Bruce is a kid, it was like in the early 1900s, and he was he dressed like that. It's a parody without making references to other movies because that's so that was a blind man. Dressed as Bruce Wayne? No, I'm saying this kid looks like Bruce from Batman '89. This kind of was a foreshadowing for that movie. There's Peter Boyle, man. We miss you, sir. And he gets picked on like Bruce did when he was a kid. Because if you saw Gotham, Bruce got bullied in that show. I'd rather be stealing. No, I'd rather earn things myself or find it. And a DC hat because I don't have a Batman hat. Peter Boyle, yeah, I miss him. I miss him a lot. Man, that's a lot of stairs. Ever heard of elevators? They had those in the 1900s. $50. These kids are probably like in their 40s now because this was or 50s because this came out in '84, a year before I was born. Yep, his dad was in the electric chair. 29. She's like in her, at least in her 60s. I wanted to do this movie for a while, but I wanted to see what time I could have done it. And this is the perfect time. Yeah, some people have to turn to a life of crime to get money. I'm not that way. I've never stolen anything in my life. When I was a kid, I stole things, but when I was a kid, but not all the time. It was like my dad's change. It wasn't like I went into someone's wallet to steal their money. No, I don't do that. I like to earn my money any way possible or find it. Some people just didn't get the humor in this movie. It was meta before Deadpool, before Spaceballs, and other movies as that. The same year as Nightmare on Elm Street. Yes, it is. Temple of Doom. And this is when the PG-13 rating started to sprout up in movies, thanks to Temple of Doom and Gremlins. This came out after that. So they put the PG-13 because this is not a PG. It's very, even though it's a comedy, there's some adult things in it that are, not for kids. Bastage? Don't you mean bastard? Not bastage. Yeah, this guy says things wrong, but it's actually funny here. Ice hole, not what you think. Yeah, it's all the same year as the original Karate Kid. Ice hole? That sounds like a Mr. Freeze pun. Bells in a sling. And this is when, actors were actually funny and could act in a comedy. Nowadays, it's hard to see a comedy that's funny. Like, Lift isn't it? Oh, he gave him a gun. See, there's weapons in this movie. Bastards. He's gonna crush his boils. Yeah, he's great. This character would I remember if I went to Comic Con and I talked like that, people are like, what's that referencing? This. You got to see this movie, guys. If you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it for Keaton. And I think he's Arabic. Yeah, he's either Middle Eastern or Russian or something. I think he is. Yeah, get it because oh, good stunt. Fargan. That sounds like when Rocket says fracking. Yeah, because he says that in the Guardians cartoon. They wanted to keep the PG-13. That's why they don't say the F word in this movie because it's PG-13 and it was brand new at the time. Now they say it in movies. They said it in Guardians 3 last year. I'm like, why? It wasn't necessary. I've seen that kid before. It's one of Maroni. He's supposed to be Italian, but he looks Arabic. No offense to people out there that are, because it's moroni, like moron-y, like me. Don't worry, those puppies are in good hands. I've seen that kid before. Let me see. Let me check quickly. Hmm. Mm, nice dancing. Byron Thames. Let me see. He was in he's a voice actor now. He looks familiar. You seen this kid in the film? Yeah, he's a voice actor now. So Christmas hat. La la. This is a coincidence. I forgot that there was a Christmas scene in this movie. There's Keaton in the suit, man. I want to meet him one day and he could sign my Batman DVD. I would love to wear that suit to Comic Con because I'm not going to wear a costume with a mask. I want people to see my face. There. I miss you, Dom DeLuise, so much. He was one of the funniest men ever. He was a comedic legend. He was such a wonderful man. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Dom DeLuise. I miss you. And your sons are very talented actors and directors, etc. I wish I could meet Michael Keaton, Danielle Harris, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Maybe they'll go to Comic Con this year. Jamie Lee Curtis did go to Comic Con a few years ago. This film has comedic legends in it. Yeah, because Dom DeLuise, yeah, I hear his voice and I feel content because I grew up watching his movies when, especially the voice acting that he did back in the 80s and the 90s. Left Side of Me Face. Is she Irish? Yeah, Kelly. I guess that's. Yeah, I want to take care of myself. That's why. That's why I've been eating more natural foods and not just processed meat. So she's Irish. Yeah, yeah. I've been wanting my dad to retire for years since he's in his 60s now. Oh man. Yeah, I know. I know the feeling. My Nat. Hey, look, a beautiful woman, a blonde with short hair. And this has actual jokes, not references and stupid sex jokes. Wow, yeah, because I needed to see something good. I was tired of these terrible comedies with these gross out and and in your face type humor. Let me eat some bread. He's pushing his brains. She's cute. He's a caring. And by the way, Keaton is not a douche in this movie. He's a very likable character, despite being an anti. Yep, the old rumpy pumpy, right? Right, cultaholics. See, a woman singing. That's always a plus for me. Hello, you gorgeous creature. She still looks like that, even though she's older now. Mary Lou Henner. She was like the Karen Gilliam of the 80s and the 90s, Josh. I mean, look at her. Look at that. She has that same expressive face that she does look like she could be Karen Gilliam's mother. They got that expressive face. Like they're very expressive. She is. She did a lot of Hallmark movies, but before that, she was in a lot of feature films. The only film I didn't like her in, I didn't like Cannonball Run 2. Like her character that was unlikable, and I didn't care for her. Karen is like 35 or 36. She's in her mid 30s. Of those, I know. Again, we like these. She's gorgeous. I will say that to a woman's face. I will go to Diane Keaton, who no relation to Michael Keaton, and say she's gorgeous for an older woman. Because why not? What I got to lose? She's gonna blush. I know how to talk to a woman. Hmm. Indeed. Mm. You saw there's a parrot in the movie. Hey, Karen turns 36. Yeah, in a few months. Actually, no, it's in November, right? Yeah, I think it's in November, in several months from now. That's Piscobal. This was fun. I'm glad I got to do this movie again. I haven't seen it in a while. A box. Oh, there's Taylor Negron. Yeah, rest in peace, man. I miss you as well. I forgot he had a cameo. I forgot he had a cameo here. It's been a while. He was always like a delivery man or something like that because he was a delivery man in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He was a pizza guy. Hey, look, it's the gun from Batman '89. Ooh, that joke did not age well. Yeah, I don't want. I'm not going to repeat that because I don't want this channel to get nuked. Because any bad comments about kids and you get demonetized, and I'm not even up for that. Very nice cameo. Yeah, once. It's witty. I like this movie. I think it's very underrated. Fargan. this is a this this is a Looney Tunes cartoon, man. That's the same joke from like Blazing Saddles when Mongo opens the package. He opens the package and then it blows up in his face. That's funny, man. He says, "I want to blow up that wall," and then boom. That's so good, man. That's comedic timing, man. Damn. Mm. Hello, you beautiful creature. See, I don't need the Barbie movie. I have this film. It's 20 minutes shorter, it has gorgeous women, and it doesn't talk men down, and it gives me what I want. It is the same joke because something blows up in your face. This time, it's a bomb that goes off. But again, different time, guys. A comedic bomb. Mm, I know. I feel the same way. Hmm. I wasn't there. I was not around in the 30s. I was born in the 80s, the mid 80s. Look at these beautiful women. They're not enhanced. They're not doing surgery on their face. They're naturally beautiful. That's how I roll. I don't want some, fake Barbie doll kind of a girl. I want a real woman that's around 5'6" or 4'11". I'm getting hot. I'm gonna have to take this sweatshirt off. Hold on. I gotta take this off because I'm dying in here. Ugh, testicles in you. That's funny, man. Oh god. Yeah, there's a couple of childish jokes in the movie. There we go. Had to take my sweatshirt off. It's very very hot because well, it's cold outside, but it's yep. It's a joke, a nutsack joke, but it's not long. No, thank you. It's full. So Betty Boop. Yeah, this is the kind of jokes that are not for kids. That's laughable. That's why this got a PG-13. Are you going to do Halloween live commentary? I don't have those films. My brother stole them. If I get the box set, maybe I can do it, or if I could stream it online. And besides, it's January. I don't do a lot of horror movies in January. I've seen some, but just I miss you, Peter Boyle, a lot. The New York Yankees, baby. Keaton just has the most expressive eyes, man, of any Batman. Yeah, here comes our musical number. But it's like a musical number in like a movie like The Rocketeer or Indiana Jones at the Temple of Doom. Damn. So sexy. Yes, I did it, Josh. It's not her voice. She is so sexy in this movie. See, that's why I have to be heterosexual because nothing else gets me going, guys. No other creatures in this world. This is before Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Shake it. That's funny, man. Yes, from Roger Rabbit, except she's not a cartoon. She's singing to a bunch of guys in a sexy dress. Yeah. Or The Mask. It's a nice musical number and it's short. It doesn't go on for 5 minutes. Mm, mm, so am mine. Not Chicago. No, that's another movie. Hmm. Yeah, New York and New Jersey. And there's no CGI in this movie, which is a huge plus because nowadays comedies have CG in it that don't look good, and it takes me out of the film. You don't need it unless it's animated. It shouldn't have CGI. On, that's right, Keaton. Get yours. You know, they see fireworks again the way it should be. When you see this, this is what I say. Hmm. That's a good one. Her outfits are so beautiful in the movie. Amy Heckerling is a good director. That's right. Get yours, sir. Keaton is so suave, man. He's got swagger. Clark Gable, you saw Call of the Wild. I never seen that one. One hippopotamus. You missed. He's still Batman, man. You know Jamie Lloyd gonna be the killer. Yes, but then they changed it in Halloween 5. But whoa, I didn't see that coming. You can't shoot him. He's Batman. Remember? Have a cookie. Hmm. Oh, there was a bomb in there. He survived. Another thing blew up. Yeah, you should do that. Dundee retires, dangerously new crime boss. That doesn't look like Michael Keaton. It looks like Sylvester Stallone. It doesn't look like him. It looks like Sly Stallone in the 80s. It looks like Sly Stallone. The picture in the paper looked like Sly Stallone. When they put a picture of Johnny Dangerously, that doesn't look like Michael Keaton at all. It looks like Sylvester Stallone. Me camera, yeah, so she's Irish. Her wig. Uh, a vibrator. Yeah, that's what he's against. Again, wink, wink, Michael Keaton. She has a flask. Yeah, that's what you think. Yeah, this character is a one note character. Every time he shows up, it's some bad news. He's like a newscaster. There he is, Danny DeVito, 43 minutes into the movie. Yep. The Penguin. Or you millennials know him as the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Hmm. Ah. This has two future DC character actors. DA crusades against crime. Radio. That's something that barely exists anymore. Jeez. Again, Moroni deported to Sweden. He claims he's not from there. Exactly. He's supposed to be Italian, but he sounds like a Middle Eastern. Here's Keaton and Danny DeVito in the same scene. He was in Space Jam. Yeah, he was Swackhammer, the voice of Swackhammer in Space Jam, the first one. Yeah, yeah, it was like the scene in Batman when Returns when they see each other for the first time. Remind your handiwork. Yeah, I love those scenes with them together. They just have good chemistry. They've done 3 films together, so obviously they like working with each other. Keaton and Danny DeVito. Now Danny DeVito, you see him in those Jersey Subs commercials. Yeah, Johnny. They have good chemistry, and it's something that can't be duplicated. I did like the Batman with Robert Pattinson and what you call it, Colin Farrell, but they don't have a lot of screen time together. After he catches Penguin, you don't see him again in the third act. You're gonna see his show coming out on Max later this year. I'm gonna definitely watch it. Piscopo is very underrated. I like the Wise Guys. He did that with Danny DeVito like a few years after this, and it's hilarious. No, no, don't you harm that bird. Oh, yep. Again, the only F bomb in the movie is from a parrot, like in Scary Movie 2, because it's a PG-13 movie. So, see, I'm Batman. Yeah, I love. God, he's so good, man. I love when he just grabs somebody like that. Robert did a good job as Batman. I'll admit that. I'm Vengeance. Yeah, it's a good role for him. At least he's not sparkling and he doesn't sound dead inside. I was shocked. He didn't top Keaton, but he was better than Bale's gravelly voice. Like Bale did fine, but the voice just it made me laugh, and that's not a good sign. If it's not the Lego Batman movie and I'm laughing at Batman's voice, it's a problem. Keaton didn't have to go, I'm Batman. No, he didn't have to do that because even Val Kilmer didn't have to do that. Wow, he did his homework. He was in Super Mario Brothers movie. Who? Who was in? Not Danny DeVito wasn't in it. I wish he was. We're almost an hour in, and I'm have a smile on my face because it's short. This movie isn't as long as a Scorsese movie or a Francis Ford Coppola film where they go on and on. I'm like 90 minutes is good enough, guys. I don't need 3 hours to get a good story. Less is more. I've been saying that since the year started. Yep, afford it. And DeVito's such a comedic legend. Him and Keaton. You don't need a 3 hour movie to tell a good story. Now, Dune Part Two, I will be lenient on it because it's going to be 2 hours and 46 minutes, but it's still shorter than Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon. So I will give Denis Villeneuve that. He makes long movies, but they always look gorgeous, and I'm never bored. I saw Blade Runner in the theater, guys. Blade Runner 2049, and it was amazing. It's one of the most visually stunning movies of that year. The most gorgeous film of 2017. Again, PG-13, guys. What? Yeah, and Wise Guy's like, I need chips. That movie's funny. I haven't seen it in a while. I think they have it on streaming. Yep. His brake is broken. Just jump out of the car. Again, dude, just jump out of the car. You would have gotten a broken leg, but at least you would be alive. Oh my god. I'm like, just jump out of the car. If your car's brakes are broken, just jump out of it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Keaton's basically an anti-hero in this movie. Not really a villain because he doesn't kill, you know, unceremoniously. I would say an anti-hero because he's doing it for his family. I get it. These scenes with these two together is magic, man. Yeah, you're just jealous because I'm a genuine freak and you have to wear a mask. I love that scene in Batman Returns because again, the chemistry still was there even 8 years after this. A red suit. Cheers. I need some water. Hold on. Malt. Very similar in Batman Returns. Oh no, a bull. What are you screaming for? D.A. Bird dies in a commercial. In a commercial? That was a commercial? Ouch. I forgot about that scene with the bull. It's Matt Walsh, yeah. The guy from what was it? My Favorite Martian, the show and the movie. Gangster Arms. Pretty Boy and Pretty Girl Floyd. Alan Cindy Capone. Johnny Dangerously. He missed. Couple bullets. Warner Brothers will. Got a scab. She is so sexy, man. Yes, Josh, I think she's still attractive. And she's in her 70s now. But a woman is still a woman until the very end. As long as they don't change who they are. You know what I mean? Shooting stars. And this is still better than Jack Frost because that's an awful movie with the Keaton. He was his character back then. He was like losing his way. He didn't come back until like he didn't get a hit film again until like what, like Herbie or Cars. Was he in Cars? Yeah, the first Cars. And then Disney did well for him because he did. Herbie was all right. He was good. And Cars, while I wasn't crazy about it, it was a hit. And then he did Toy Story 3. She's a beautiful woman. I would love to see Karen in a movie like this, Josh, like a gangster comedy instead of a gangster movie that's 4 hours long. Because these movies are just too long. I'm like, we get it. Oppenheimer's not even a gangster movie, and it's just too long. It's got the pacing of a Scorsese film, and Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm like, yeah, it's one of the worst Christmas movies ever because it's a downbeat ending. Keaton has to be the snowman, and then he has to die. It's depressing. I hated that movie. I'd rather see the other Jack Frost movie from the '90s. That with that killer snowman. At least that was fun. Uh the real what marriage should be. No, you don't. Maureen Stapleton was Jewish, wasn't she? Yeah, yeah. I miss her a lot. She was the sister, I think, of Gene Stapleton. Just get a hotel, dude. That's where I want to go after I'm married. A nice stay at the Days Inn and bingo. That a janitor's closet? No, it's not enough space. My brother just got married last year, so I'm happy for him. It's almost been a year in April. This guy. Yeah. That's gonna be me and Caitlin one day, Josh. Who knows? I know that was not a twist in the movie. We knew that in the beginning when they showed them as kids. Yes, there's a black stereotype in the movie, Josh, for 5 seconds. It's not racist because it's barely in the movie. He was the best villain in Homecoming. Oh, definitely. I don't think he was topped because I liked Mysterio. I just didn't think Jake Gyllenhaal carried the movie as well as Keaton. He wasn't scary. Good acting, just not scary. And I love Green Goblin, but he was in the other Spider-Man movies. He was in the Sam Raimi one, so he's not an original villain. He's been done before. Keaton as the Vulture, that was just perfect in that movie. Not in Morbius. I don't count that because he's in screen for like a minute, and then it's another guy in the Vulture mask. Intriguing. Yeah, suck it, Sony. I'm not seeing Madam Web next month. Spidey, don't see Madam Web, please. If you want to keep that name, don't see that movie. It doesn't have a Spider-Man in it. I'm not seeing that or Craven the Hunter because I know they're gonna suck. That you saw he has a flashback. There's a couple of jokes here that would not work today, especially what they said with about the Magnum. Yeah, that can never be in a comedy today because people are so sensitive. They can't take a joke anymore. Everything is stop it, your boys. I don't hug my brother like this. You know, we hug like this, like bros, standing up. Yeah, people shouldn't be smoking. Sheesh. Really, Maroney is the villain of the movie. This is why I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit because it's a murder mystery mixed with a comedy and a cartoon and a film like this, a gangster movie. It's got a lot of stuff that I love in it. Also, Dick Tracy. I want to do the podcast for that. The 1990 film. Yeah, no, hmm no, it kills your lungs. Yeah, I love he breaks the fourth wall. Yeah, smoke or like you kids do nowadays, vaping, which I don't do either. I don't because I want to keep my lungs clean when I'm 30 years older. I love you, Keaton, man. You're the man. Yeah, Madam Web, don't see it because it's gonna suck. I don't need to see a trailer to know that. It's got all these characters and they're gonna be underused. Ta-da. I don't know how to react. That was my face when I saw the Craven the Hunter trailer. I was like, "What am I supposed to be angry at this? Oh, it's R-rated. It doesn't matter. They've made terrible R-rated comic book movies too, like the Hellboy remake. R rating doesn't mean your movie's going to be good. You have to put effort. It's why people love Spider Verse and the Homecoming movie and Far From Home, No Way Home, Spider Man 2. Yeah, that's how it was when I went to the Floridian this year. Yep. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. I love that. So casting him as Batman was not a problem, guys. He was the first Batman after Adam West to be awesome and dark and so delved in the role. Plus, that's the first thing I saw Keaton in when I was a kid. I didn't see Beetlejuice until I was an adult because he scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. Just the character. After 5 p.m., slip evidence under the door. It's got a lot of meta humor, and I like that. He's dead. Oh, man. It's very meta, and I like that. People didn't know what meta humor was back in the 80s or the 90s, where they look at the camera. They've been doing this since the 1930s, guys. When they did Lauren Hardy shorts and feature films, Oliver Hardy would look at the camera and break the fourth wall. It's funny. That's funny when it's done right. This is fun. I'm glad I got to do this movie. It's just as funny as Black Adam. And it's a completely different genre. It's not a superhero movie. Dom DeLuise shouldn't be on the front because he's not in the film that much. He's in like 2 scenes. She's Irish. Hey, I would do that. I would be a janitor if it meant I'd get paid well because I'm not embarrassed. I throw out the garbage every week, so it's not like I've never thrown out garbage before. I've been throwing out garbage since I lived in an apartment back in the 2000s. Yeah, I would love a picture with Michael Keaton because I can't get one with Kevin Conroy because he just passed away a few years ago. And Keaton, he knew the assignment. Oh, there's Alan Hale Jr. Yes, the the skipper, the skipper from Gilligan's Island. He's in this movie in a cameo. And see, a comedy that's 90 minutes. You don't need to be an hour and 45 or 2 hours. They're whistling. I miss you, Alan Hale. Yep, his brother. This is fun. Keen is so good in this movie. Like he's never annoying and he's always committed. Because in Jack Frost, well, how do they introduce his character? Not as a snowman. He starts singing and playing the harmonica. That's weird. Keen's not a musician, guys. It's not Jared Leto. Why was Kane Hodder not in Freddy versus Jason? It was kind of a they wanted a Jason that was bigger than Freddy in that movie, and also they didn't call him, so they got Ken Kersinger. He was a stuntman for the Friday the 13th Part 8. He was the bartender in that scene when Jason throws him in the glass, and they're like, okay, he did this franchise, so let's bring him back. I don't think he's terrible. He's big and he's menacing, but he's just not Kane Hodder. Brother versus brother. Oh, that poor old lady. I mean, it didn't matter because there's a guy in a hockey mask, and we're not going to see his face. Yep, a low blow. He's doing the Batman voice. Yeah, don't smoke, kids. Plus, Danny DeVito had to be written out of the movie so he can do another film. I think it was doing Romancing the Stone because he's the villain in that, which came out around the same time as this. Nice punch. The Big House. That's where Jonathan Majors is now. Look, he's wearing stripes like he would in Beetlejuice. It's just for some reason that character just gave me the heebie-jeebies when I was a kid. He scared me. Every time I heard Deo, I would run for my life. They don't do the electric chair anymore. They do lethal injection. I'm not going to end like that. No, I only get injected to save my life from sickness. So they don't have phones, so they talk through the fence. But Johnny, I saw Beetlejuice. Yeah, I saw The Mask as a kid, but that didn't scare me because I was 9. And also, Jim Carrey's face didn't scare me. Even uh, Dorian's face didn't scare me because it was green, not white and those that eyeshadow and all that. Yeah, ouch, that poor guy. DA working to save brother won't eat till dangerously is cleared. The New York Gazette. Governor Kelly, wink, wink. I like these characters also. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's dumb. It's got fun characters. Could this have more be diverse? Yes, Josh. But now, if they remade this, it would be with a black cast. Why you think Book of Clarence flopped? The subject matter is not for everybody, and it's insulting. Lakeith Stanfield is better than this. I know it. It would be like if Haley Steinfeld did a racist thing like this, or insensitive. You can't poke fun at something that people are, very very sensitive about. Just saying. It made $3 million and it cost 40, so it bombed. It's the first one of the first bombs of 2024, and it deserved it. I'm sorry, not because of the diversity, just of what they did. Because I'm like, this is not funny. This is funny. and it doesn't have overly sensitive subject matter. There's some jokes that did not age well. Yeah, I hope it's a good year for the Irish. You saw The Mask last year on the Sci-Fi Channel. It's funny because The Mask is not a sci-fi movie or Beetlejuice. They're more like comedies. Plus, this movie's not 2 hours and 9 minutes. Book of Clarence. This is 90 minutes. You know, a comedy should be 90 to 99 minutes. Once it's past 140, you got to cut it, trim it down. Not because of studio mandate, but because that's long enough. This is why stand-up comedy specials are not 3 hours, unless they have a bunch of people doing it, because their set is about an hour or less, or like an hour and 20 minutes. I've never seen stand-up that was 3.5 hours, because you can't talk that long. Even the jokes at the Oscars are short. There's the birdie. No animals were harmed in this movie. That's a good birdie. Got it. You're a cute bird. It's a beautiful green parrot. My grandmother used to have a parakeet and a parrot that had green. What? This movie, the timing is just perfect. Amy Heckerling, you're a great director, man. You really are. She directed this. Who wrote the movie? No, it was 4 people. And like I said, some of the jokes work really well. It's like, I didn't say that. That's funny. Yeah, I love Keaton's eyes. They're so intense. That's right. I'm Batman. Yep. All inmates will bust their own dishes. That's right, Beetlejuice. Let him have it. He's so good, man. Chef's kiss. Michael Keaton. Just absolutely amazing. I miss Kevin Conroy and Adam West. Yeah, they're smiling right now on Keaton that he was such a good Batman. James Cagney and Priscilla Lane in the Roaring Twenties. I saw that movie once a long time ago. It's been a while. I watch a lot of old movies because I want to keep my aunt's memory alive. That's why I saw Star Wars in the theater last Sunday, because I love it. Rewatching Empire, and this time in the theater with a crowd, that invigorated me. It really did. I hadn't been to the theater since the Marvels, and that bombed so badly. But then I saw Empire. I'm like, wow, I love cinema again. I love seeing movies in the theater so much, especially with a roaring crowd clapping for everything. The Luke, I'm your father moment, everybody was clapping. Why? It's the greatest twist in cinema history. And it's not a downbeat twist either. Wink. Yeah. What is that? Oh, that's like the scene in Sonic 2 when that's funny. Where's the next bus? Semper Fidelis. That's not even that's Latin. That's not Italian. Yeah, Joshua Chase Meridian. Prison Laundry. Authorized deliveries Monday, Wednesday, and Friday only. It's a fun movie, man. Because see, this is a joke at this subject matter that's funny. Look at Clarence making fun of something that happened a long time ago is not funny. It wasn't funny on South Park, The Simpsons, or Family. It's just not funny to me. It's not. I'd rather see a Seth MacFarlane movie or his one of his cartoons than that. Like American Dad. Whitefish. Whitefish 35 cents. That's funny. See, this is so clever. This is so clever, man. It's a period piece, but it's a funny period piece. Joe Piscopo. He's so good, man, in the movie. No, he's pretty much the villain at the end in the third act because Maroney kind of disappears until I think the end. So it's White. There's James Cagney, yeah. It's a classic, man. When you see a classic in the theater and the crowd is on your side, it's one of the best experiences you can ever have, guys. It really is. Because when I saw Star Wars last Sunday, people clapped. It said a long time ago, boom, Star Wars applause. Why? Because we missed the old days. We don't want to see the Disney era. They ruined it because of their pandering and making the films too long and bad casting and bad decisions. With the originals, we will always love them, no matter what version we're watching. The theatrical cuts or the special editions, whatever. You saw ducks and bunnies. He's so good. Yeah, the classic trilogy. I need to see one more, A New Hope. Once I've seen that, I've seen all of the original films in the theaters. Oh God, I didn't need to see that. Yeah, again, that's the only nudity in the film. He mooned him. You saw the audience is on the edge of their seat. It's like when I saw the Blob in the theater. People clapped at that too at the end. The original Blob. It's good. He's living the film. I'm Batman. Yep. Was this movie in 3D? He saved his brother. I would do the same for him. We had our problems, but we've salvaged them now. Shut up, rat. Yeah, it does. He really is Batman. And it's a good ending. It's not a downbeat ending. If this was that other movie with Sean Penn, what was it called? Gangster Squad. Yeah, usually movies like that have a downbeat ending. or that movie with Johnny Depp, Public Enemies. It's way too long, and it's just depressing. With that beautiful creature, trust me, he is the man, man. I love you, Keaton. Never change, man. Never change. Johnny Depp's first movie was Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, that was his first feature film where he dies. Because later he did 21 Jump Street, the show. And then he did the movie and he dies again. Do they like killing Johnny Depp in so many movies? Keaton doesn't die in a lot of his films, but Johnny Depp does for some reason. And I don't hate him. I know a lot of people do because of Amber Heard, but hey, her career's over, guys. Aquaman 2 was lucky to get released last year. A kitty. I know who he looks like. He looks like the kid from Degrassi. That's what he looks like. It's like, is he the kid from Degrassi? I'm like, no, because he wasn't born yet in the 80s. Eli from Degrassi, The Next Generation. That's who he looks like. I was like, who's that kid look like? Yeah, that actor. I love you, Keaton, man. Hats off to you, man. That was fun. That was Johnny Dangerously, guys, a 1984 classic. Happy 40th anniversary. Rest in peace, Ray Walston. I said his name. I said Matt Walsh. My bad. Richard Dimitri. Rest in peace, Dom and Eloise. Gladys O'Connor. She did fine. Look at her. Danny DeVito, man. Love you. Peter Boyle. Rest in peace as well. And Maureen Stapleton. And Mary Lou Henry. You gorgeous creature. You Karen Gillan of the 80s. Joe Piscopo. Underrated. I really liked him in this. Polly and Michael Keaton, man. That was fun. Yeah, special appearance by Ray Walston and Ron Carey. Dick Buckus, that was another guy. 40th anniversary, not 20th. Alan Hale, yeah. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. I would say watch this movie, guys. You millennials have never seen a real comedy that's not just gross and stupid. This is one for you. So thanks for watching. Acknowledge me. I'm going to watch another movie hopefully on Sunday because I got to do the close tomorrow. So this was fun. It was an hour and 27 minutes, and it was I regret nothing. Yeah. Let me show you the disc. Watch this movie, guys. If you can stream it somewhere, watch it. It's very, very funny. And it's very entertaining. Something a lot of movies nowadays are not because they're just overly long and preachy and just too overly ambitious. But thanks for watching, guys. This is a good one. See you later. End.